Hi everyone, I'm Roberto, and in this sketching series I aim to explore how to approach drawing more closely to how a painter would approach their subject. What we are looking for is a quick result, full of magic. This involves a couple of considerations, but first let's take a look at what we are going to use today. Our tools today are a Cartuno fountain pen, not a completely waterproof ink, but it's no big deal. Our watercolor travel palette, a couple of brushes, a small mop brush and a small round brush. I also have a video about my favorite sketching travel kit. If you're interested, I'll leave the link in the description, you can check it out later. The image I'm going to sketch today is this cute restaurant facade somewhere in France. I love the light hitting the building, how it creates these warmth and cool colors. Just beautiful. Let's begin. In trying to draw like a painter, I try to pay more attention to the contrast between light and shadow, but also values and edges. I put down lines to place the subject on the white paper, but what I'm trying really to put my attention on is to observe where different shadows meet. How I can connect them, where I can afford to merge areas together because of similar values. I really don't pay too much attention to how straight my lines are. It's way more important for me to focus on the shapes and the impressions of details without being too literal about them. For example, here you can see how the wall on the right meets the sky. I intentionally left it with a very thin line. As I thought, eventually I can merge the two once I go over it with watercolor, and the two values are very similar together, so we can kinda achieve a lost edge. And a lost edge is the complete opposite of a very well-defined edge called an art edge. But you will also see later how once I put down the shadows with watercolor, we are getting also lots of soft edges. These are edges that are still visible, but they are slightly blended with the rest. Also, I prefer to define the shapes of the shadows at the inking stage. It makes it a little easier for the second stage when we're going over it with watercolor, knowing exactly where is what. When I draw people, I'm not too literal. They are part of the scene, but they are not the main subject. For me, sketches are like beautiful glimpses of the world. They don't really need to match reality, but rather mirror our feelings about a particular moment in space and time. They have an incredible power of carrying memories. And now it's time for the watercolor part. When I'm adding colors to the sunshade, I personally don't mind colors blending together into each other. I find it gives a bit of variety and life to the sketch. Rarely things are perfect in real life, so this is a way to reflect that. Also, again, I'm trying to keep colors in the shadow vibrant by adding blues and yellows, as you can see, as opposed to use a single color. Oftentimes you see other people putting down blue, for example, or black for the shadows. Shadows needs to be alive, needs to have different colors which are actually the reflection from different rays of light scattered around. And when you use a single color, it really makes it look more flat. Another thing I like to do is to add an extra layer of watercolor just to darken up some bits here and there. It helps giving a touch of extra depth to the image. And there it is. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, comments or subscribe, it really helps a lot. And thank you for watching and see you on the next one. Bye!